We're testing the most popular Nintendo Switch 2 life hacks. From a secret way to play new games before anybody, to tricks that claim to make downloads 10 times faster, to see which ones actually work and which ones are a total scam. Now, the first life hack we are beginning with is the Nintendo Switch 2 web browser. Yes, the Switch 2 might have a web browser, and if it does, we're gonna try life hack 2, which is ordering a pizza on it. And by the end of the video, we will see if we get it. So all we do is go down to the settings, scroll to internet settings, click into the internet settings, and while it's searching for networks, we should see our Wi-Fi pop up. I'm gonna have to blur that. But you click it, go to change settings, and then all we do from here is scroll down to the DNS settings and change it to manual. And then once you have put in this number, you hit OK and hit save. Things will refresh, and then now what you want to do is reconnect to your network, and it's gonna try to connect. It's gonna try. We have the wireless network connected, but for the internet, wait for it. Why is it taking so long? Yes, we have to register for the network, but that is actually not true. Once you click OK, we will see a loading screen, and guess what, my friends? We have, I think, just made it to the Nintendo Switch 2 web browser, if it'll show me that. And now, we have made it to the Browse DNS Nintendo Switch 2 web browser. Now, this is all good and fun, right? You know, the Nintendo Switch 1 had something similar, but now that Life Hack 1 is confirmed, Life Hack 2, can we order a pizza on this web browser? Let's try it. So I'm not sure about you guys, but my pizza of choice is Paisano's. I mean, look at the little Italian dude. He's having the time of his life. But let's see. So let's go to menu. So while I'm ordering, we can zoom in and zoom out. It's kind of wonky, but it does work. Now we can see the full menu. I'm gonna get my order ready, then come back to you once I'm ready to hit the order button. Okay, hold on. Wait, there is one thing to show. I'm selecting what time I want my order to be delivered, and there's like a whole Switch section. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the Switch has a pop-up to select what time. I'm going 6 p.m. Okay, so now the Paisano's site has allowed me to put in my cart a extra large pepperoni pizza and an extra large jalapeno and bacon and pineapple pizza. I have a complicated family. Let's hit continue. We always gotta tip the pizza restaurants, so we're going 25%. And now this all looks good and well. I can add my pizzas, but will it let me place the order? That's where the problems come in sometimes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, place, it's loading. Come on, please work. Please, I want oh! It says, thanks for ordering. Oh snap. Thanks for ordering. Your order number is 1. We're the first order of the day, I think. It is 10:44 in the morning, and they're not even open. Delivery time is 6 p.m. to 6:10 p.m. So stick around throughout the video, and we'll see if the pizza arrives. Other than that, folks, Life Hack 1, web browser, confirmed. Life Hack 2, pizza, probably confirmed. Let's go to the next one. Now for the next life hack. Have you all ever wanted to be in 2 countries at the exact same time? Well, now you can, because this life hack says if you change your Nintendo Switch 2 region to Australia, you can buy games that are not out yet. Let me show you what I mean. If we go to the Nintendo eShop here and let it load up and scroll down to the coming soon page, we can see this great old game called Action Pack 2. It's 30 bucks and does not release until August 4th, 2025. Now, as I'm recording this video, it is August 3rd. I cannot play this game yet. However, there's a workaround. So this here is an Australian Nintendo Switch 2, and if we go to the eShop, that Action Pack 2 game will not be under coming soon, but it'll be under recent releases. And it's right here, and it's only $4.49 Australian. And there's currently a 90% off sale right now. But the main focus is we can buy this game early. As you can see, there is a proceed to purchase button, but on the Nintendo Switch 2, that is American, there is no proceed to purchase button. So if I wanted to, we could hit proceed to purchase. I've got the funds, and we can hit purchase right there. And having an Australian Switch 2 or an Australian account will get you games early. This goes for any major Nintendo game, any game at all, and you know what? I will go ahead and click purchase just to prove it to you. This could take some time. Thank you. We now have Action Pack early. here it is on the home screen, virtual game card added, but once again, we can't even buy it here. Well, this action pack added 4 icons to my home menu. I better hope these games are great. And last thing, you don't need a separate Switch to do this. You can do it all on one Switch too. I will leave a link down below in the description for a guide on how to do all of that. Otherwise, stay safe. Next life hack. And now something I've always wanted to know the answer to. Does turning on airplane mode make your Nintendo Switch 2 last longer? Now, the reason we are trying this is because supposedly when airplane mode is turned on, the Switch 2 stops looking for Wi-Fi, stops looking for any Bluetooth headphones, any controllers, anything of the sort. It's all turned off. But does it actually make a difference? Let's find out. So I'm gonna play Mario Kart World for the next 15 minutes and see where my battery goes with airplane mode off. Alright, after 15 minutes of no airplane mode, we are sat at 88%. Now let's recharge and try it again, but with airplane mode turned on. Alright, and now with the Switch 2 fully charged again, let's turn on airplane mode and get to playing Mario Kart for the exact same time and see if the battery drains a little bit less. Alright, time is up, 15 minutes with airplane mode on. Did we save any battery? This is the big reveal. Oh, we saved 3%. We have 91% battery instead of 88 without airplane mode on. And we only tested this for 15 minutes, so imagine that 3% battery over the course of 2 hours or so. You save a lot more than you think. Life hack confirmed and great. Now for our next life hack, I have 2 Nintendo Switch 2s in front of me. They are both exactly the same, except I like this one a little more. And I have 1 physical copy of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I have 1 digital copy of that same game. You might know where this is going. We're going to test and see, does a physical game or a digital game load faster? So let's insert Breath of the Wild into here, and all we have to do, no wasting your time, is click A on both consoles and see which one wins. A 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see. Okay, that was so perfect in timing. Let's see who wins. This Switch wins. Was that the physical version? The physical version won the loading test. Okay, that doesn't sound right. I'm gonna try it again. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well, it loads about maybe half a second faster, but this test would not be very good if we only did it for 1 game. So let's try another one. So now here is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Let's see, and the digital loaded faster. So now let's try Animal Crossing. The physical loaded faster. Well, to conclude our test, loading times are nearly the exact same, or if anything, the physical version in some cases wins, which doesn't sound right. I've heard from tons of knowledgeable people that digital games do load faster, but hey, I mean, we did the experiment and that's what happened, so I would call this a life hack fail. Digital games do not necessarily always load faster, and if they do, it'll save you maybe 5 total seconds of your entire life. So buying physical is totally fine. Next life hack. Now for the next life hack. Have you ever been downloading a Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 game and it just takes forever? Well, not anymore. With this life hack, games should download faster. Now we're gonna do 2 tests, one without the life hack and one with the life hack. Let's begin to download It Takes Two with no life hack and see how long it takes. And go! Okay, timer is running as the game is downloading on the home menu. While it does that, I'll explain what the hack is. Essentially, if you go back into your internet settings like we did earlier and change this one setting called the MTU from 1400 to 1500, downloads can go faster. So without this life hack, we have 14 minutes left. I'll check back in with you when it's done. All right, the download is at 99%. Looks like it's gonna be around the 14-minute mark. I'm ready to stop it whenever. And boom, download is done. We have taken 14 minutes and 6 seconds to download It Takes Two. And now what we're gonna do is close the game and go ahead and delete it. Bye, It Takes Two. Have a nice death. And now with it dead, let's apply the life hack. So going down to your internet settings here, and then going to your main connection, which for me is right here. There's a couple things that we have to do here. So first of all, go down to your MTU right here and change it from 1400, which is the default, to 1500. This is supposedly gonna make our downloads a whole lot faster. And then there's one other setting that I've been told will help, and that is turning off the IPv6 connection. I don't know what that means, but It can't hurt, will it? Boom, and then hit save after all of that. Go ahead and reconnect to your network. It should work. Now let's go download It Takes Two once again. And believe me, it does not take two in life. It takes one. I have 1 and 2 tripods. I'm just one guy here. So with our brand new settings, we will load on this system and start the stopwatch. Okay, let's see if we get any shorter times with these brand new settings. All right, little update here. On my stopwatch, we are at 11 minutes and 30 seconds. This thing has 2 minutes left, so if it wants to beat the non-life hack download, it's gonna need to hurry up here. 14 minutes and 6 seconds is the time to beat. We have 2 minutes left and it's at 91%. It has just about 1 minute now to gain 2% in download speed. Can it do it? We're at 99%, and come on, will it win? Will it beat the non-life hack download? Let's see. Oh, and pause. 13 minutes and 24 seconds for the life hack. That there is confirmed. Okay, so the life hack version does download faster. However, it's not very much faster. This here is a success. It also might help you not lag in games, so there's no hurt in changing a few settings. Now, this life hack I've seen nobody talk about ever. Let me educate you. So we all know on the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro Controller, there are two back buttons, the GL button and the GR button. Now, if I enter Mario Kart here and hold the home button, obviously we can customize those buttons. So if I make the GL button Y, that's cool and dandy. My biggest problem with those buttons is you cannot use them on the home menu. Well, I'm wrong, you actually can. If you go into the settings over here and go down to accessibility, go to button mapping, if you edit the controller button mapping here, you can actually customize the GL and GR buttons. So if I make it the A button and make the GR button the B button, I can now, after saving, use those GL and GR buttons on the home menu, which you couldn't usually do. So now if I click GL, we open up Mario Kart World. Now the only weird thing is that in the bottom left of your screen, you will have this wrench icon on your controller, but now they work on the home menu. And what's even cooler is although you set those to A and B on the home menu, you can still customize them for each game. So on the home menu, they are the A and B buttons. In Mario Kart World, they are the Y and X buttons. That's a little life hack nobody seems to talk about. I give that one an A+ pass. Now for this life hack, my friends, all we need is a Nintendo Switch 2, a cable, and if I had 3 hands, this would be a lot easier, a phone. And apparently the Nintendo Switch 2 can charge a mobile phone. So let's test this out. Let's put the Switch 2 here on my nice fluffy blanket, and then we have a USB-C to USB-C cable. Now all we do is take one end of the USB-C cable, put it into the Switch 2. It can go in the top or the bottom. And now let's plug it into my phone and see if it will charge. I've been told that it does take a second and we have some charge. All right, and we are currently at 73%. Now, the Switch 2 can charge your phone, obviously confirmed. But how fast or slow does it go? I will start a stopwatch and we will see how long it takes to gain 1%. All right, well, it's been 6 minutes and we have gained no battery. I'll let it run a little bit longer. All right, well, we are officially at the 10-minute mark and my iPhone has gained no battery and my Nintendo Switch began at 98%. It is now at 93%. So, although it does say it is charging your phone, this life hack actually turns out to be a fat fail. My grandma charges faster than this. Whatever that means. Disappointing. Next life hack. Now for the next life hack, we all know how Nintendo Switch 2 uses the new game chat, voice chat feature. It's very fun, but not everybody has the expensive $50 camera. However, this life hack lets you use your phone, any phone, as the camera for the Switch 2. So it all begins on your phone. We're gonna download this app called Visage. I didn't go to school. I'm kidding, I did go to school, but we're gonna download this right now. We're gonna open it up, and what this app does is nothing crazy special, but it lets you see your camera, that's me, and it lets you see your camera with no buttons, no nothing on the screen. As you can see, it's just fully my camera now. No extra buttons, nothing. And then unfortunately, we do need some cables for this. We need this, which is a USB-C cable, which plugs into my phone, to HDMI, which is like a fancy TV cable. So here we go. This plugs into my phone. So now we have my phone camera to an HDMI cable. Then we take the HDMI, plug it into this dongle here, and now with all my converters, we end up with one USB-C cable. And that we just plug into the Nintendo Switch 2, so let me go do that. And now this barely reaches, but I have my phone all plugged in with all the converters. Now on my Switch 2, let's test to see if this truly works. So let's head down to controllers and accessories, test USB camera. Ready for the moment of truth. Can you use your phone with the game chat on Nintendo Switch 2? No camera connected. Are you kidding me? I watched a whole YouTube tutorial on this. Okay, hang on. I think I put the cables in the wrong order. Let me try this again. Okay, let's test again. Still no camera connected. All right, well, I watched a YouTube tutorial on this, and I'm not saying that the guy is lying, but this life hack is a fail because I bought all the cables and everything, and it didn't work. The guy must have had some crazy setup, but do not try this at home. You will probably waste money like I did. And yes, I know you've been waiting. The pizza did fully come. It smells great and will taste even better. Anyways, subscribe here, and YouTube thinks you'll like this video next. Go see if they're right.